Hey everyone, what's going on? What's up? Y'all see my cute hat? I ordered this offline because I felt like it was so dope. I don't know if you see it. It looks backwards to me, but it's just out here trusting God. And that's literally the line and the story of my life nowadays. It's your girl Tally, you already know. Just out here trusting God. Literally, it just describes my life right now. My headlight went out. Had to go purchase, the bolt so I can have my dad put it in for me. Things happen. What I'm realizing is things just be happening in life, and inconveniences happen here and there, and you just gotta learn how to roll with the punches. Just roll with it. You feel me? Like, I feel like I'm in a good place in my life right now, and it's less about anything physical, like anything that you could see. It's less about the financial and just really mostly about how I feel on the inside, how my mindset is, and I think that is the most important thing, because right now I'm feeling like, anything could happen. Anything could happen. Any inconvenience could happen. Any unfavorable something could happen in my life. But as long as I'm keeping a positive outlook on it, I'll be fine. As long my mindset on everything is, listen, I'm gonna go through this, but I'm gonna make it out. I'm going to find a way to make it out. Any inconvenience that happens, I'm going to find a way to make it work. I'm going to find a way to shift this, and I'm not gonna just go down the rabbit hole of, oh my God, I'm so depressed, life is this, life is no good. I'm not gonna go down that hole just because of the littlest thing or because of anything that happens, like literally out here have to trust God. That was not my topic today, but if that got to be the topic, let it be the topic, baby, because maybe more than one person needs to hear this, and let me tell you this as well. The blessing hit different when you trusted God the whole way. Free game. When you are going through something, or when you were going through something, if you trusted God, even 90%, because I like to say that I trusted God 90% when I was going through what I was going through a couple of weeks ago. If you're trusting God through the whole way that you're going through what you're going through, when He come through for you, it hit different. It hit different. You're like, whoa, like I trusted God on this level, and He really did this for me. That's crazy. It makes you say, this is what I said when this happened. I said, you know what? I'm never going to worry about nothing else again. I don't care what happens. I'm going to trust God to make it out of everything that I'm making it out, that I need to make it out of. I don't care anymore, And I had to say that because God really showed up for me, and I really trusted Him. I was like, when you're down to nothing and you have no other options, you kind of really don't have another choice. But a lot of people choose, when they don't have no choices, to give up, to cry, to just give in and just be like, forget it. No, I was like, you know what, God, I ain't got no other tricks up my sleeve. Whatever is gonna happen. This is up to you now. I've done everything I can. And that's literally what you have to do. You have to do everything you can on your part, and then be like, God, the rest is up to you. You feel me? Whatever is gonna happen. I did everything I could do on my end. Now you gotta do something for me. And when God really do that for you, you're like, you know what, God, I do not want to worry about nothing else. I never again want to doubt how much you love me in my life ever again. And that's literally what happened. And that's what you need to do when you're going through something. And I know people are gonna be like, so what if it doesn't work? What if God don't come through for you? There's no such thing. There's no such thing as God not coming through for you, baby. There's no such thing. Now, if you're gonna ask me, what if what I wanted to work doesn't work? Then guess what? God didn't want it to work for you. He didn't want it to work for you. And we got to understand that. And the way that we make peace with that is to understand that whatever God wants for you, you're going to have it. And if he doesn't want it for you, then you have to be willing to let it go. Why? Because at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day, God knows the best. He has the best intentions for you. He knows what you need. He knows what you don't need. He knows what's best for you. So you need to trust in that and understand that if it was best for you, God would have gave it to you. Whatever is best for you, God's going to allow it to happen for you. But if it's something that you need to let go, then you need to understand why it fell apart. So it's not that God didn't come through for you. If something didn't work out, it's not that God didn't come through for you. It's that it wasn't for you. This is not what God wanted for you. Either ever, not at all, or maybe that just not now in this season. And that's what we need to understand. And me trusting God through the whole way, and him actually coming through for me, what it made me say is, listen, God, whatever you want from me, because through the time I was trusting God for the bigger thing, I had little small things that I got that got away from me. I got little small things that I wanted from me along the journey. I got rejected from, it didn't work out for me. It didn't fall through. It didn't come through for me. Not the bigger thing, but just little small decisions that I was trying to make. It didn't work out. And then that kind of could have made me kind of lose my faith. Like, dang, if these little things not working out, then God definitely not going to come through for me for the bigger thing. But I never lost my faith. And what I realized through that is God is going to work things out for the best. God is going to do what he wants to do and what is best for you. And if it doesn't work out, it's not supposed to work out. You don't have to force anything. You just have to do what you got to do on your end and leave the rest up to him. Okay, so that's the biggest thing. I feel this video is supposed to be about something else, but this hat inspired me. It said, just out here trusting God. Literally, that's what you got to do. You just got to be out here and you got to trust God and just understand he has your best intentions. Whatever is best for you, whatever is good, whatever is going to work out for your good, it will happen. He has your best intentions. Trust him. And another thing I want to say, and I don't know this for real. I don't know this. This is just an assumption. But listen, at this point in time, nobody's perfect. Of course, we got to make this disclaimer, because if I say this and I don't make that disclaimer, people gonna be like, oh, who do you think you are? Okay, that's just how this world is, unfortunately. But I'm at a point in my life where I'm doing the right things. Maybe I shouldn't say it like that. I am actively doing the right things. And when I say the right things, I mean I'm living a life that I can be proud of, and that God could be proud of me as well. All right, so I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not perfect. I'm out here. I'm just trying. I'm just making big efforts. That's all I am, making big efforts. And I'm not falling into the same old tricks that I used to fall into, the same old sin I used to fall into. Even though I'm covered, even though there's forgiveness for your sin, even though it don't matter what you do, God is gonna forgive you for the sin that you do today, tomorrow, yesterday, and forever on. So let's get that. My video messed up, but whatever. Let's get that down pat. What I was saying is, I'm living a life that I can be proud of. I'm doing the things that God tells me is the right moral thing to do, and I'm doing it because I see that it's the best thing for me. When I do those things, I feel better about myself, and I just love and respect myself more when I'm doing those things. I believe that is a factor that helps me to keep my faith in God, because let me tell you, I do believe God will still come through for you even if you're not where I'm at right now. I do feel like God will use those situations to show you, like, listen, this is the way, like, come on, it's time for you to change the way you live. God will use it, and he will show you, like, listen, this is the way, and he will still come through for you just to show you, like, listen, I still love you regardless. But me living a certain kind of lifestyle where I refrain from certain kind of things that don't benefit me in the long run, it does help me keep my faith in God, because it makes me feel confident that I'm under the right umbrella, like I'm being protected, I'm on the right track. And as long as I'm on the right track, God is able to easily deposit what he needs to deposit upon my life. Because if I'm not on the right track, I'm over here doing in this life, doing whatever, then I feel like it's gonna take more it's gonna take more in a way to get you to a place where God could, like, you feel me, like not like this, but God could really like show you his love so you can come up out of what you come up out of. So when God blesses you, there'll be a good foundation, because with the blessing, you need a good foundation to uphold it, to manage it well. Because a good blessing at the wrong time, or a good blessing upon someone who doesn't know how to manage it, you're going to fumble it. You're going to fumble the play. You're going to fumble the ball. You're going to lose it. But someone who is already managing their life right, if God deposited it into their hand, they'll understand how to manage it. They already have the discipline, the awareness, the acknowledgement. So I believe that is a difference. All right. But I'm not saying if you're not living your life right, God has nothing to do with you. That's not what I'm saying. God still loves you. He still loves you. He wants you to get closer to him. He wants you to realize his love, how much love he has for you. He wants you to do that. But I do believe that plays a role in your trust for God. When you live in a certain kind of lifestyle that is pleasing to him, it plays a role in how you can trust God and how you could have faith in God. Because I know many people who feel like they're not living right. They feel like God's not going to do nothing for them. God's not going to bless them, or they can't have faith in God because what they're doing, God doesn't approve of. And I believe that God is still with you. That's why I believe God is still with you. He still has mercy and his grace upon you. He still loves you. There is a realm of that where you do need to get right. You do need to get right. But you getting right it's for God, but it's also for you, because when you get right, your whole life changes. When you get right, you feel better about yourself from within. You love yourself more. You respect yourself more. You can appreciate yourself more. When you feel the love of God, because God's love is always there, but there's something about when you're walking right, that love that you get, it's like a strong foundation that you stand on, and your mind changes, your life changes from the inside out, and then you start to manifest things on the outside. But that inside got to be right. And having your inside be right is priceless. It's priceless. And when your inside is right, if you have all this positivity, this love, this grace of God exuding from your inside, there's no telling, there's no limit in life. That's how I feel right now. I feel like there's no limit in life. But I don't want none of y'all to feel judged if you're not living right. I just want you to know that living right is for your benefit. It's for it's for the good of your life. It's for you to have a better quality of life. And then you're also walking in your purpose. You pleasing God. You feel limitless. You feel like you can do anything. And you feel like anything that tries to come against you is not going to succeed. Anything that tries to stop you is not going to succeed, because you feel like you have power over any and everything. So I just know that God's intentions towards me is good. And I just know when he asked me to live a certain type of lifestyle, the more effort I put into living that lifestyle, the better I feel about myself, period. The better I feel about my life, my journey, my direction, and my future. So that's what I really had to say. Have a good day, y'all. Love you.